Hi there, I'm Cristina Gazzo, and today I'm going to talk about what a professional summary section is, that is for experienced candidates, and what an objective summary section is, usually used for graduate students. Also, I'm going to give you 8 tips for experienced candidates. So let's get started. A resume summary is also known as a professional summary or a summary statement or personal statement or career statement or summary of experience or executive resume or executive resume summary. There are so many names for the same thing. Now, be aware that a professional summary and the resume objectives means 2 different things. Resume objectives is used for graduates and usually incorporates 3 things: your skills, education and certification that is relevant to the job, and the purpose for applying to that role and the value you will bring to that job or to that company. Now, the maximum length of this section should be between 3 but maximum 4 sentences, and usually and typically sits right after your contact name and contact details. A professional summary is a short description at the top of your CV that describes your skills, your work experience, your qualification. Yes? So basically, including a resume summary gives the employer a glimpse into your expertise before diving into your CV. Now, the goal of a summary statement is to demonstrate your unique value through your skills and accomplishments to that recruiter or to that employer. 8 tips for candidates with experience. Tip 1. Make sure you focus on the skills and strengths that you possess and that are relevant to the field you will be working in. Build a list, review it, and then narrow it to only maximum 2 to 3 points. Make sure you have evidence that backs up the information, because it's going to be a very good exercise, very good drill for your interview. Tip 2. Try to evidence the value you will bring to that company. It's very important, and if you want to find out more, make sure you check a previous video, short movie that I did that could help you in understanding what is your value and how you can evidence this to the employer or to the new recruiter. Tip 3. Update your professional summary and give up the old-fashioned resume objectives, as your employer will only take a cursory glance at your CV, and there is your chance to stand out from the crowd. So if you didn't apply for roles in a quite long time, make sure you update that section. Tip 4. Incorporate industry-specific words or keywords that are listed in the job role. That will actually help you to match the job role with your CV. Tip number 5. Add measurable and specific results. You can do a list of your achievements that are relevant to that role. You can say something like, I accomplished X, which is the result, by Y, which are the figures and percentages, by doing this task, which is Z. Tip 6. Use action verbs. Here are some examples, and I'll give you lots of examples. Advised, compiled, critique, coached, designed, established, directed, examined, attained, initiated, coordinated, developed, amplified, boosted, converted, maximized, lifted, implemented. And I think I'll stop here because I gave you quite a list. Tip number 7. Try to avoid outdated words as team-oriented, people-oriented, result-driven, and so on. As I said, if you didn't apply for roles in the last few years, make sure you update this section and instead try to use terms as, and I'll give you another list: trained, cultivated, agile, proficient, customized, clarified, be passionate, collaborated, executed, implemented, initiated, maximized. And again, I'll stop here. I hope all these terms will be very helpful for you. Tip 8. Try to avoid mentioning common skills like Microsoft Word proficiency. Include these skills only if you are advanced or if your knowledge is about the medium market. Otherwise, don't try that you are a beginner. It doesn't look very professional. Now, I hope these all 8 tips helped you as an experienced candidate. And I'll give you one example on how your summary should look. Experienced accountant with over 6-8 years history of working in financial services and tech, you try to put the industry, reliable, ethical, and efficient accountant skilled in group accounts, financial reporting, P&L, and so on. You can put all the things that you've been doing that are relevant to industry. Rapidly adapts to new technology and has experience with a broad range of remote software and try to incorporate here the remote software that you use, but also the things that you use in the office, the system that you use in the office. Please remember that once a recruiter opens your CV, you will be seconds away from being invited to an interview. That's why it's so important to focus on your professional summary, as this could actually bring your CV more value. And then try to optimize your CV as a final step to amplify your chances in getting hired. I hope the information and all the 8 tips that I just gave you will help you in preparing and updating your CV. Let me know in the comments below if you still have any questions, and I'll gladly answer. Don't forget to like this video before you go, and if you didn't subscribe to my channel, make sure you press that subscribe button. And I'll see you all next time. As always, Christina.